Yeah, hello, it's Dr. Trudy once again. And this time around, we'll talk about the female reproductive system. The female reproductive system. So, reproduction is the process of giving birth. Reproduction is simply the process of giving birth. So, for reproduction to occur, there are key organs, there are key structures in the woman's body that must be functioning optimally for the process of reproduction to occur. So, a conglomeration of all these systems, organs, structures is called the female reproductive structures. So, the female reproductive system actually starts from the vagina. So when you hear the vagina, it's actually way more than what you're seeing externally. Whatever you're seeing externally is called the genitalia. But the vagina is like a tube, it's a hollow tube, it's an elastic hollow tube. So that's the very first important part of the female reproductive system. For reproduction to occur properly, the vagina must be well developed. The vagina must actually be, within the reproductive phase. Remember, your reproductive phase starts from the period you start having your menstrual bleeding and ends about the period of menopause. So the vagina has to be well developed. It has to be well functional. Then after the vagina, you get the cervix. So the cervix is like a bridge between the womb and the vagina. So like if you check the pictures I posted, you can see where the position of the vagina is. So it's a hollow tube that ends in the cervix. So the cervix is a junction, very important structure, very important aspect of the female reproductive organs because a couple of changes in the cervix can affect the totality of the reproductive structures. Then after the cervix, you get to the womb proper, which we call the uterus. So the uterus is like a very strong organ where everything that happens in reproduction occur. That's the womb. That's where the baby develops. That's where the whole process of fertilization occur. Then after the wombs, you get the two fallopian tubes. So the two fallopian tubes are like two suspensions that connect the ovaries. Remember, nature, it's God is so amazing. God created a couple of organs in doubles. So we have two ovaries. So the fallopian tubes connects the ovaries from the place it is to the place it will connect to the womb. So you have two fallopian tubes, okay, sitting pretty. Then you have the ovaries. So the organs are mentioned, the structures are mentioned are very important structures that must be optimally functioning in the body of a woman for reproduction to occur. So normally the union of the sperm and the egg will start when the penis is introduced into the vagina. Then in the peak of sexual intercourse, it's going to deposit sperm. The sperm are going to hang around there. Then luckily, if the woman produces her egg through the process of ovulation, the egg and the sperm will meet. Then the process of fertilization will start in the womb via implantation. So every structure in the female reproductive system must function properly for the process of reproduction to occur. So in a nutshell, you have to be conversant with the vagina, you have to be conversant with the cervix, you have to be conversant with the uterus, which is called the womb. Then you have to be conversant with the ovaries and the fallopian tubes. So anything that affects any of the structures I mentioned can affect your chances of getting pregnant. So if you're in the group, you have to pay attention to the structures I mentioned. You have to know their individual role in the process of reproduction. That's the very first thing you should do. And when you've done that, the next stage is to study your cycle, to know your body, to know how your body functions, to see if you can predict your body. So if you can comfortably predict your ovulation and also your fertile day, you can comfortably say, okay, this is the likely period I can get pregnant if every other thing in your body is functioning the way it should. Okay, so thank you so much for listening and please make our time to study the female reproductive system. Thank you so much. Bye bye.